Lewis Hamilton to the moon, baby. P2 for the number 44 Ferrari is a sensational result, but where the hell did that come from? His former teammate, George Russell, got pole when he needed it most. Now all he needs to do is put a race together. Championship leader starts P3, but needs to be smart. That quality, high key delivered. The grid is set, but we need to talk about how we got here. In Q1, we saw an Aston out qualified by Cadillacs. Devastating. By the way, Fernando is hinting at retirement. And I mean, I kind of understand it. You do your best, P21. You do your worst, P22. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Kind of feel for the guy. In Q2, we saw both Alpines out. And the only reason I'm calling this out is because Colapinto once again out-qualified Pierre Gasly. Hey, I think that kid's getting comfortable. By the way, congrats to Pierre on getting his P3 from Monaco back. Which, side note, all of this could have been avoided if the FIA had just stopped and said, why is everyone getting the same penalty? And guess what? Now Red Bull is protesting the decision that Alpine put. It's a little bit nuts. For Q3, we saw Leclerc uncharacteristically or characteristically crash to bring out the red flag. Disappointing because he had been having a pretty solid weekend. The McLarens also had shown great promise, but ultimately ended up P4 and P7. Kind of disappointing, I'm not gonna lie, but the race is tomorrow. George is on pole when he needed it most, but he's starting behind a Lewis that's pretty hungry, which leads me to what I'm watching for. Ferrari brought 8 upgrades and their long pace looks strong, so it could be genuinely on for a race win. Also, the quality woes continue for Charles. He went aggressive when he didn't need to. All he had to do was get that banker. Also, the tire deg is always an issue at the circuit, but with these regs, it seems like it's even worse. And so, will the 3-stop strategy be the best strategy? Finally, can Kimi remain calm? He doesn't need a win here, so a DNF because of aggression would not only be disappointing, but frankly, stupid. A Lewis win here doesn't just make noise. Obviously, it changes the math. So, you're going to want to follow me because if that happens, we're going to want to talk about it. Tomorrow, it all comes down to one corner. Turn 1 at Barcelona. George gets a clean start and he's probably gone. Mercedes knows his track, and right now that car is fast enough to control the race from the front. But if Kimi gets a run on him off the line and slots into second, you've got the championship leader hunting the race leader on a track that will eat tires alive. That's a different race entirely. And then there's Lewis, P2 on the grid, 8 upgrades under the hood, long pace that Ferrari believes in. If he gets a clean launch and jump George into turn 1, all bets are off. One corner, 3 scenarios. Every one of them matters for the championship, and I cannot wait.
Pelele, te crees que es muy fácil nombrar a la L.